And Canelo better leave, better be here than Bivol alone too. Stay away from both them guys.
Guys, Fulu coming to you with another video. I hope all is well. So, you know, this is kind of like a part 2 of like the Bivol victory versus Canelo. You know, unfortunately, what needs to be done, and you know, I don't know who wants to like get around to doing this, but I think we need to definitely like sue the judges of that Canelo Bivol fight, because they wanted so badly to either give Canelo the victory, or they wanted to give Canelo a draw in that fight, because they had the scorecards. I want to say they had it like at 115, 113 for Bivol. The thing is that fight was way more one-sided that one would be made to believe. I mean, the fight wasn't even close. I mean, the fact that you call it, that some people are calling it a close fight, just goes to show what they did not see in the fight. The crazy thing about the fight, okay, the crazy thing that I found like just very bizarre, well, not even bizarre. I mean, I kind of expected it, but the fact of the matter is that after the fight, the proof was in the pudding. Bivol's face did not look marked up whatsoever after the fight. It doesn't even look like he was in a fight. That's the thing. It did not even look like he fought. I was like, well, I mean, so much for those uppercuts, and you know, so much for those like wannabe looping shots around the, I want to say around the guard, right? I want to say that, you know, those things did not even matter. Okay, I look at Canelo's face, and I'm like, well, he got marked up. That dude got pieced up, right? It looked like he was in like a car accident. Okay? But yet you look at Bivol, and it looked like he can go, what you gonna call it? If he wanted to, he can go do Mardi Gras. No problem, right? So that, I mean, if you do the eye test, that alone should be like, well, you know, Canelo didn't really win that fight. You know, that alone should tell you, hey, well, maybe we should like give it to the other guy instead of give it to the guy who, you know, did not win the fight and arguably was dominated in the fight. Maybe we should give him a convincing win instead of a win that basically you would think that he actually was in the fight to begin with, but he wasn't in the fight at all. There was no part of the fight that he was in. And now you have him crying foul, saying that he thinks he won the fight, and he thinks that the problem was that there were stamina issues, or no, that being at lightweight was the problem. Okay, well, if being at lightweight was the problem, then why wasn't it a problem when you fought Kovalev? You know, like, why wasn't it a problem then, but now it's a problem? Please be consistent, you know, in your arguments or in your assessment of your performance, right? So with that being said, you know, I say this before and I'll say it again, that we have many fights with when people say like, hey, you know, like, what kind of fight are these judges watching when they're scoring these fights? You know, like, what fight are they really watching? Are they watching the same fight, or do they just put on like some virtual reality glasses, and those glasses make them look at a fight that is not really existent? You know, like, you kind of wonder, like, okay, well, what's really going on? You know what I mean? Like, so again, I say that, you know, man, I don't even know what to say anymore. I don't think Canelo takes the rematch. You know, that's one thing by default. I don't think he's going to fight Bivol again, because the result will be the same. Again, I don't really know how much Bivol rehydrated to. I don't really know. I don't know if he like bulked up a lot and put on a lot of water weight. I really don't know. Okay. What I do know is that regardless of if he did or not, the result would have been the same, and Canelo would have got toasted. Okay. It's just, yo, fight people on even playing field. This is what's gonna happen. You know, this is what happens when you fight someone on an even playing field. So that's what happened with Canelo and Bivol. It was an even playing field. One said, hey, you know, I go on my European tour. I go ahead and, you know, beat these people up, beat these Euro dudes up, you know, get accolades for beating these lesser opposition European dudes up. And he met one that, you know, wasn't gonna fold. That's it. That's what happened. He met one that didn't fold. And when he met one that didn't fold, yo, he saw what time it was, you know. But yeah, I you know, I would investigate those judges though, for sure. Like, I would definitely look into it if I were Bivol's team, if I were Team Bivol, because it just for me personally, it wouldn't sit right with me to know that, hey, you know, I put this work in, you know what I mean? I did everything on my part to do a good performance, and you guys are trying to take it away from me. You guys are like actually trying to make the fight a draw or give Canelo the nod. And you have people unfortunately, you have these dudes online, okay, on these boxing channels, right, who are actually crying foul and saying that Canelo was robbed. How, Sway? How was he robbed? Please let me know. Please tell me. Let me. It's news to me. It's very. This is very new news to me that he was robbed. Please tell me how he was robbed. I want to know. I really want to know. Like, give me a break, bro. Take your L. Like, why can't you guys? And now, what's happening now, and this is, I find this quite funny. It's actually quite funny. They say Canelo dared to be great, you know, and go up and wait. This is his fans' talking point now. Canelo dared to be great, go up and wait, and try to do something that hasn't been done before. Well, you know, he went up and weighed and fought Kovalev. Okay. Not only that, lot of you fans of Canelo were actually saying that Canelo can beat Usyk. You guys were saying that Canelo can beat Usyk at heavyweight. Unfortunately, and he needs to leave this camp if he knows what's best for him. Because I think that sink is quickly that ship is quickly sinking. Frank Sanchez actually said that Canelo can become a heavyweight champion. It's like, yo, why would you say that? That's your domain. Why would you invite an imposter into your domain? You know what I mean? So this is why I was kind of disappointed in him saying that. Please don't big up please don't big up a fraud. Please don't do that. There's no need to do that. He's in your camp, but at the same time, just keep it pushing. Don't give him credit where credit is not due, right? But it was kind of interesting what Bivol said, and the way he said it just gives an exclamation point on what everybody has been trying to say before. What he said basically Bivol basically confirmed what guys who are against the narrative that is being pushed about Canelo, and guys who prove that the guys who basically prove that what we were saying was right all along about Canelo was saying, and this was very telling. Bivol said the rules don't apply to Canelo. He said that. He said that in the post-fight conference, man. He said that the rules don't apply to Canelo. That I found that quite interesting that he said that. That he actually said that he actually came out and said that, hey, in word of words, he kind of said that, I may not get a fair shake at this, but I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do what's in my power to win this fight, and I guess I have to let God take care of the rest. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what happened. God took him to rest. And thank God he did, man. Thank God he did, because I'm telling you, if Canelo would have won that fight, if they would have gave that fight to Canelo, then I would have been hot. Trust me, I would have been super hot. Because I know, in other fights, we know that Canelo didn't win. We know in the Austin Trout fight, we know that he didn't win that fight. We know that fight was a draw at best, even with the knockdown. We know the Miguel Cotto fight was closer than advertised. We know the Erislandy Lara fight, he lost that fight. You know what I mean? I mean, most of his fights are close though. It's just that this one finally hit home. The chickens finally hit home in this thing. And now his fans are talking about how humble he is during losses. It's like, get the heck out of here. You guys are the same ones saying that he's gonna stop Bivol and all this other stuff. It's like, get out of here, y'all are like y'all are goofy, man. Canelo fans are some of the most goofiest boxing fans ever. Well, they're not even boxing fans. Let me just let me just like correct myself in saying that they're not even boxing fans. They're nationality fans. You know, that's what they are. They're not even boxing fans. So I gotta correct myself when I use that word. I can't call them boxing fans. But yeah, if I were Team Bivol, I would like probably do an investigation on those judges. Because the way I scored the fight, this is just me personally, I scored that fight 119 to 111 in favor of Bivol. That's why I scored it. I mean, I wasn't trying to be biased. I was just looking at the work he was doing. I was looking at the shots he was getting off. I was looking at his ring generalship. I was looking at the fact that in the fight he didn't like look to be like flustered or look to be like under, like I guess you could say, under any kind of like certain danger in the fight. So this is what I was looking at. I wasn't looking at like my disdain for Canelo. Like that, I was looking at the fight from a boxing standpoint, you know. And what I noticed in that fight is that he had Canelo hurt many times in that fight. You know, like that's what I'm saying. Like when Canelo, you know, was trying to do his little Philly shell or whatever that crap was, it wasn't a Philly shell. But when Canelo was trying to do that, and got hit by Bivol, when Bivol got off his combinations, right? One thing I noticed is that Canelo said, "Come on, give me more." As he was trying to bait him into like a counter punch or something like that, but you know, we knew that wasn't going to happen. But at the same time, anytime someone says, "Come on, give me more," that usually means one thing: they were hurt. They were hurt. That's what that means. It means that they were hurt. It's interesting what Bivol's coach even said, you know. Bivol's coach said that, you know, it's better not to get hit than land one punch. And again, Bivol didn't really get hit like that. You know, Bivol really didn't get hit. He wasn't gonna let Canelo like just do what he does, which is stay flat-footed, walk dudes down. Eventually it becomes a war, I guess you could call it. They call it a war of attrition. That's what they call it, right? But it wasn't gonna work with Bivol, you know, this time around. And he saw to it that it wasn't gonna work. You know, and I'm proud of him. He has my support, and I don't know who the judges were for the fight, but those judges should not have, they shouldn't judge a fight. In fact, they should figure out a way to like kick these judges out of boxing. You know, it just was not right at all how they judged it. You know. They so badly wanted to have it a draw. They so badly wanted to say, okay, we'll draw it. Let's give the fight a draw. They wanted to do that. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm still kind of disgusted. And I wish that, you know, boxing wasn't like that. Where you have and they were booing the heck out of dude Bivol. And the thing is, Bivol was not disrespectful as like Floyd was when it came to the fans. Like Bivol wasn't really disrespectful. You know what I mean? Even Khabib Nurmagomedov, he was he was somewhat disrespectful when he fought Conor McGregor, because he's like, I'm gonna smash your boy, you know. He was talking to the fans. He's like, get ready, I'm gonna smash your boy. And you know, lo and behold, he did smash him. You know, I think he smashed him. I think the way I look at how he smashed him in a way that, you know, that Conor McGregor has like some kind of CTE going on or something like that. He smashed him like that. He gave him one of those smashings. Yeah, and you know, I think the same thing. I mean, the Canelo smashing that Bivol gave him wasn't that bad, but it was one that I don't think he wants to experience again. You know, that's how I feel. You know, I feel that way about the Canelo situation. You know, but anyhow, y'all leave your thoughts and leave your comments and let me know what y'all think about, you know, how this thing played out and how ruthless these judges really be. You let me know what y'all think about that. You know, do y'all think the judges should be investigated for doing something like that? For like having that fight that close? Or what do y'all think, man? Let me know. Let me know what y'all scores were. You know, let me know if the fight, if you rewatched the fight and if you found anything to be that close or anything like that, you need to know. Anyhow, man, we were signing out. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments. I'm out until the next one. And enjoy.